our poppy. On the 11th day of the 11th hour of the 11th month, we stood and watched. A community of people coming together to lay a wreath of poppies for the ones who were lost. Lost in wars of past and present, in fields of poppies red and green, with the calling of a God and the saying of a prayer. We all stood and remembered the ones who are no longer there.
We came together to discover why we use the red poppy on Remembrance Day and why it is so important to us. Here's what we've learned.
The First World War started in 1914.
British and their allies France, Russia, Italy and America fought a war against Germany, Austria, Hungary and the Ottoman Empire.
Millions of men joined the British armed forces and went to fight in the war.
The conditions were terrible and millions were killed or injured.
The ones who returned would never be the same.
One of the largest battles took place around the town of Ypres in the Flanders region of Belgium.
While serving in Flanders, a young Canadian soldier called John McCrae noticed how the bright red poppies grow wild among the war-torn landscape.
He was inspired by the poppies that grew to write the poem In Flanders Fields.
His poem became very popular and the bright red poppy would soon be adopted as a symbol to remember all those who fought in the war.
The First World War ended at 11 o'clock in the morning on the 11th of November 1918.
This was the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month.
The war lasted 4 years.
The 11th of November every year is called Remembrance Day or Armistice Day. After war ended, people started making paper poppies to sell. They sold poppies to raise money for millions of sailors, soldiers and airmen who were coming home from the war. On Remembrance Day, people wear a poppy, and at 11 o'clock in the morning, the same time the war ended in 1918, there is a 2-minute silence. This is for people to remember the veterans who served their country in a war, not just the First World War.
This is a snapshot of the project.
On a cold November day, my dad took me to City Square. I saw the war memorial, a crowd had gathered there. When he spoke about the soldiers who'd fought far away from home, he said, "Son, you'll see your great-grandfather's name written here in the stone. So wear your poppy with pride, wear your poppy with pride. Remember everyone's daughters and sons and the heroes who've died, so we may live together today, standing side by side. To lay a wreath, pray for peace, wear your poppy with pride." Now the history books at school all told me tales of the times long gone, about the bombs and the barbed wire fences and the trenches of the Somme. And I read the letters posted home by the boys who got shot down, those brave RAF pilots who came from my own hometown. So wear your poppy with pride, wear your poppy with pride. Remember everyone's daughters and sons and the heroes who've died, so we may live together today, standing side by side. To lay a wreath, pray for peace, wear your poppy with pride. Remember everyone's daughters and sons and the heroes who've died, so we may live together together today, standing side by side. To lay a wreath, pray for peace, wear your poppy with pride. Lay a wreath, pray for peace, wear your poppy with pride.